Hi flowers, I hope you're having an amazing day. Today's video, I am sharing with you how I make my cold brew coffee. And this is a weekly to bi-weekly thing that I do. It just depends on how much I make. Lately, I've been doing a gallon at a time, so it makes it about bi-weekly, and it's more of a concentrate, so I add a little bit more water to my cup and stuff. But this is how I've been doing it, and if you want to see how I do it and my process, then please stick around. So first I'm gonna kind of show you what I have to work with here, and then I'll put the camera down a little bit so that you can actually see what I'm doing. You'll first start off with your favorite coffee. This is one I picked up from Costco. It's the MAJOREM Café Cubano. This is a dark roast. These are the whole beans. A coffee grinder, a measuring cup, a funnel just because it's easier to get the coffee grounds in the jar, and this is a gallon jar, and water. I do a 24-hour cold brew, so we will strain it tomorrow. But this is what we're gonna be doing. So this is my coffee grinder. I will put it on the most coarse grind, and I'm gonna fill this up to the capacity because just cuts. Put the coffee beans in, and I don't go above that max line. And then just pulse. So this is about what you're going to get. Let me see if I can show you a little bit closer there. That is what we're after. Come on, Mama's making coffee. And I want to get this to about 2 cups. So I'm never too particular about the coffee ground size. Like if I have some chunks of beans, I'm not going to go in and regrind it because I don't have time for that. And again, I'm just not that particular about it. So this is as far as I get, and we'll move on from here. Then I have my jar, funnel. I'll put my coffee grounds in here. And now we add water. So I have my Berkey right here. I think I can kind of show a little bit. So I'm filling my cup with water over here. And let me do that there. And I literally am just gonna fill this up with water. Okay, so from here, I'm just gonna give it a good stir.
Mama, making coffee.
Yeah, Mama, I'm making the coffee.
Mama, making the coffee.
Yeah, I'm making the coffee. So I just stirred this around, and it's going to sit on the counter for about 24 hours, and then I will show you how I strain it tomorrow. It smells insane. So good. The cold brew's been brewing now for about 24 hours, give or take an hour or two. Now there are 2 options for straining. I used to do the nut milk bag for the longest time, but it just bothered me that my coffee would still remain cloudy, and I just was not a fan of that. So now I strain it with my Chemex. So I strain it with this. It's a little bit more of a process, but to me it's worth it because the finished product is beautiful and clear and amazing, and it's not cloudy, and that's what I prefer. And seriously, since I bought this, I prefer cold coffee over hot 9 times out of 10. I get hot really easily, which is funny because I get cold really easily as well. It's a whole other story. But it has to be cold for me to want hot coffee. So I usually always have cold coffee. So these are still the filters from when we first bought this like years ago. So I do it the same way as if I would be doing hot. So I have a little bit of water just to kind of filter this through and get any impurities or whatever off of it. Let that go. Filter all the way through, and then I'll pour this water right back into this cup. And from here, we're good to go. So like I said, it's a bit of a process, but it's kind of more of a hands-off process. Right now, I'm gonna kind of just be sitting here and doing it for the video, but I'm usually unloading the dishwasher, doing something else in the kitchen, so I'm not just sitting here or standing there doing this. So I have a plate just to keep things clean. Ooh, sorry. And I literally just grab a cup. I try to get as close as possible. This is a little awkward. It's not awkward once you're set up the way you would normally. And then just strain it this way. Fill it up to the very top, and it goes very quickly at the beginning, but as more oils and grounds get in there, it slows down. And that's where, like I said, I fill it to the top and then go do something else. Once the Chemex gets full, I just pop this off real quick, lay it off to the side, or I usually just fold it up. And then I have my half-gallon jars here ready. I just pour it in. And then I simply repeat the process until this jar is empty. So at this point, it's just barely drippy and I'm pretty much done. So I'm just going to pop this into here and essentially be done with that. And then I'll pour the rest of this in here. And that's it. I have almost a full gallon. I will most likely top these both off with water just because this is, I mean, to you it might not be a concentrate. It's pretty strong actually. For me, when I found out I was pregnant, I stopped drinking caffeine like completely, and I used to drink a ridiculous amount. But then I started slowly reintroducing it, and then I can't handle that much caffeine anymore. My body just did not go back to doing it very well. So it's pretty strong, and it doesn't sit well with me if I have it at its full strength. So you might be completely fine with it as is. Do it to your preference. So this is what it is, almost a full gallon of a beautiful non-cloudy cold brew. So before, when I would do it with the nut milk strainer, I'd have just like a bunch of sediment down here and it was gritty and just bitter and not tasty. So that is my cold brew process. Flowers, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll respond as quickly as I can. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it if you like it, and subscribe, and I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye, flowers. Have a beautifully blessed day.